Is Marvel's Avengers game worth buying? And if so, what Marvel's Avengers Edition should you consider? And for what platform? Yes guys, these are the 3 questions that we'll cover in today's video in an attempt to provide the most in-depth Marvel's Avengers pre-order guide for Xbox One, PlayStation 4 and PC, or the ultimate Marvel's Avengers game buying guide. So welcome back guys, Vlad here, and before we begin, I want to clarify one very important aspect, especially if you are new to my channel or if you did not watch my previous videos. This Marvel's Avengers video game buying guide is not endorsed nor it is sponsored by Microsoft, Sony, Square Enix or Crystal Dynamics, hence you will not find any affiliate links in the description below or throughout this video. I'm mentioning this because just like everyone else, I have purchased my copy of the video game with real money, and no, they do not come from YouTube, and no, I did not receive a free copy of the game to advertise it. With that being said, in order to keep all information in this video easier to follow and hopefully help you decide if Marvel's Avengers is worth buying, I have decided to divide it into 3 sections. First, we will talk about the gaming platform on which you should buy Marvel's Avengers. Then we will discuss the editions available, and then we will try to figure out if this game is worth spending money on and if Marvel's Avengers is the right choice for you. When it comes to which version of Marvel's Avengers you should buy, things are pretty easy at first sight, because, well, the answer to this question depends on what platform you own. Obviously, you'll buy it on Xbox One if you only have an Xbox One, but what happens to those who have multiple platforms? Which version is the best for them? Thanks to Sony's latest announcements, it's clear that PlayStation owners have a huge advantage over Xbox and PC players, and I am not talking here about the Marvel's Avengers beta access because the first beta is gone, and starting this weekend Xbox and PC players can jump in as well. But I am talking about content, which, thanks to Sony's decision to bring Spider-Man into the game as a PlayStation exclusive character, it means that you'll have an extra Avenger to play with. Now, it is also worth mentioning that if you hope that Xbox and PC will also get an exclusive character, you are making a mistake, because Crystal Dynamics announced that Spider-Man is the only exclusive character in Marvel's Avengers. And this is not everything you'll get on PlayStation. Basically, whenever a new hero appears, PlayStation players will get a month of exclusive access to an outfit, emote, takedown and nameplate, and this includes the 6 heroes launching with the game on September 4. PlayStation Plus members will get even more, unlocking a bundle for every hero that includes another outfit, nameplate and 100 credits to spend. On top of that, a bundle will be available for Kamala Khan at launch. All these bonuses mean one thing. If you have to choose between the Xbox, PC and PlayStation version of the Marvel's Avengers, you'll want to go with the one for PlayStation because you have an exclusive Avenger to play with, and this translates into more content as well as other advantages. Moving to the second topic of our Marvel's Avengers buying guide, let's take a closer look at the game's editions, and because as promised I won't advertise any retailer, we will use the game's official website for this. Here we can see that you can pick between the Marvel's Avengers digital version of the game and the physical version. While this is more of a personal choice and it won't actually affect the content you'll get, you should remember that because of the worldwide COVID-19 pandemic, there are delays in delivering physical copies, which means that if you want to play the full game when it releases, you may want to opt for a digital version, which is delivered instantly. If you don't mind waiting and you prefer to have the physical versions of your video games, then you can opt for it. As I said, this is a personal choice, and here comes the fun part. As you can see, there are 4 Marvel's Avengers versions or editions if you want. The first one is Marvel's Avengers Standard Edition, which costs $59.99, and as you can see it includes online access to the beta and the Marvel Legacy nameplate. It is available on all platforms, meaning PC, Xbox and PlayStation, and it is the cheapest you can get. Because of this, it is the edition I will use to compare the others. However, moving to the next one, it's normal to talk a bit about the bonuses. First, we have the Marvel's Avengers Legacy nameplate, which is an item you can use when customizing your Avengers. You can see 4 of them here, and they are quite useless if you ask me, but you'll get them for free, so why not? Then we have the beta access bonus, which may mean something for Xbox and PC players, but it is again useless for PlayStation 4 players because in 2 days from now all PlayStation players have access to the beta, and Xbox and PC players will do this too on August 21 without having to pre-order the game. Next we have the Marvel's Avengers Exclusive Digital Edition, which is available only on PlayStation 4. It costs $69.99 and it includes a nameplate for Kamala Khan, 1000 credits to spend in the store and 72 hours early access. Now, this edition is worth looking at for 2 reasons. First, because it grants you access to the game earlier, and second, because you have 1000 credits in the game. Honestly, this is the one I have purchased, but not for the nameplate, which again has no point, but for the 72 hours early access. This edition is great especially if you are a YouTuber and want to create some content for your subscribers so they can have it when the game releases. The 1000 credits are also nice to have, but you should know that these credits can be spent only in the marketplace to buy customization items, and you can earn them in the game as well. This means that if you don't want to stream the game and you are not interested in using various outfits, you can skip this one and save $10 in the process. Third, we have the Marvel's Avengers Deluxe Edition, which costs $79.99. The Deluxe Edition includes the exclusive Obsidian outfit pack for your Avengers, along with 6 exclusive Obsidian themed nameplates and 72 hours early access. This, in my opinion, is the worst edition and a total waste of money, because there are no credits included and $20 for some nameplates and a set of outfits. It's a total ripoff. Again, the 72 hours early access is also pointless if you are not a streamer or a YouTuber, because for $20 spent on this edition instead of the standard edition, you can buy another game or maybe more and play them while waiting for the game to release. Last but not least, we have the Marvel's Avengers Earth Mightiest Edition, which is a collector edition and costs $199.99. Yes, it is not 200. Anyways, the Earth Mightiest Edition of Marvel's Avengers comes with a 12-inch statue of Captain America, an exclusive steelbook case, the Hulk bobblehead, the Mjolnir keychain, Black Widow's belt buckle, Iron Man's prototype armor blueprints, Kamala Khan's honorary Avenger pin, a commemorative Avenger group photo, and the Marvel's Avengers Deluxe Edition. Based on the price and the content offered by this edition, basically all items you see on this screen right now cost $120, because we can deduct the price of Marvel's Avengers Deluxe Edition. Now, is it worth it? Well, unless you are a diehard Avengers fan who wants to have this edition on release date, no, it doesn't. And I am going to tell you why. Because these days, amazing collector's editions are rarely created, and usually the price of an amazing collector's edition goes up based on how the game performs. Now, I'm not saying that Marvel's Avengers is not a great game, but it's not that game that will make the price of its collector's edition to skyrocket anytime soon. Simply put, most likely the price of this edition will drop by the end of the year, so I suggest you wait until it does. If it doesn't, you can simply buy it then. Also, you'll need to consider that most of the items included in this collection can be found after the release, sold separately on various auction websites. I won't give names. So, let's say if you want to buy only the Hulk bobblehead, you'll surely find it for several bucks later this year. Obviously, if you are a collector, having this edition in your collection may be important, and in this case you already pre-ordered it. But if you expect to make a buck after several years out of it, again, it will be pretty hard. So, to summarize this breakdown, here are some tips. If you have to choose between platforms, go with the PlayStation version, because it will have more content. If you have to choose between editions and you are not a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer who changes his skins or costumes after each mission, then the standard edition is what you want to buy. And if you intend to create content for YouTube or stream Marvel's Avengers, you can go with the Deluxe Edition on Xbox and PC and the Exclusive Digital Edition on PlayStation 4 because of those extra credits you can spend in the marketplace. Finally, regardless of which version pleases you the most, I suggest you to wait until the open beta takes place on August 21, because you'll have the chance to try the game before buying it. Good, so let's move to the third and final part of this Marvel's Avengers buying guide and try to answer the most important question. Is Marvel's Avengers the right game for you? To do this, I'm going to answer several frequently asked questions, and based on them, we will try to figure this out together. Obviously, you can share your opinions in the comment section below and also ask more questions, as I will answer all of them. So first of all, you should know that if you are looking for an open world video game, Marvel's Avengers is not one of them. And because of this, you should not compare it with The Division, for example. Although some missions feature large maps, you'll be limited to stay inside those areas and you are not able to go to other areas while in a mission. Second, if you want to buy Marvel's Avengers because you are a fan of the movies and their actors, then you should know that the video game characters have nothing in common with them. They look different and their voices are also very different. Third, you should know that Marvel's Avengers is a GaaS or a game as a service, meaning that even though it may look short, additional content will be available for free and it will be released over the course of 3 years. So yeah, this is a very long journey. Next, it is also worth noting that the game's multiplayer is not playing a major role when it comes to its story. It is possible to complete the story without using its multiplayer, but for the best experience, you may want to bring 3 additional friends with you. And finally, you should know that once you buy the game on a current gen platform, you'll be able to upgrade to the next gen platforms for free. So you will buy it only once. And that's about it. As I said, throughout the upcoming weeks and months actually, my channel is going to focus on Marvel's Avengers. So if you choose to buy this game, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully this Marvel's Avengers pre-order guide help you decide which version of the game is best for you, because I bet you don't want to spend your money on something that you don't actually need. If you did, let me know in the comment section below, and until next time, stay safe.